Okay, so here's part 2 of the guide to the Tears of Themis home screen. Part 1 covered what I felt were the most important buttons for beginners, so if you haven't seen that video yet, I recommend you go watch it first. For this video, let's go over the rest of these buttons in a vague order of descending importance. First up is Fieldwork in the lower left corner. You can think of these as sort of side missions that you can grind to earn a resource called case reports. Your total number of case reports is displayed up here in the top right corner. You can tap there to trade the case reports for other resources that you need to evolve cards and increase their skills. If you tap Legal Aid in the bottom right, you'll be shown a menu along the bottom for different districts of Stelis, which is the city where the game mostly takes place. Each district corresponds to a different love interest. And participating in debates there will increase your level in that district and earn resources that correspond to that love interest. Note that you can only debate 3 times for free in each district per day, and you have a meter called fatigue that limits how many times per day you can participate in debates across all districts. Next up is the visit button in the lower right. This is where you can interact with the love interests and access their personal stories. It's fairly straightforward. The story button will bring you to that love interest's personal story screen. It works pretty much the same as the main story, and I recommend you play through everyone's personal story since it will help you get to know them more and earn you more of those sweet, sweet S-chips and resources. The chat button will bring you to a screen where you can interact with a love interest by poking them in different places or playing simple games with them. You'll have to level up your affection here with a guide to unlock later chapters of his personal story. And you can only earn so much affection per day. You can swap around to visit different guys by tapping the map button in the lower left. Now let's look at your player profile in the upper left. Here's where you can manage your player profile, information, and display badges. The invitation is the illustration that displays on your home screen. You can tap here, switch invitation, to switch between the ones that you have available. The ones with the little affection icons, the hand with the heart, will allow you to display the visit screen on the home screen. So you can poke a guy and earn affection without having to go to the visit menu. I'll swap to Luke now and show you what I mean. Now, I can tap the affection button and poke Luke to earn affection. Back to the player profile. Your name card is what shows up in other people's friends list. You can swap between the ones that you have by tapping here, and you can earn new ones by leveling up in different districts in Fieldwork, which I talked about previously. The rest of the screen, fairly straightforward. The displays near the bottom are for your badges and cards. Pick your favorites. Archive, here, will show you all the cards and illustrations that are available in the game right now and how many of them you've collected. Inventory just shows you the many, many resources that you have at your disposal. Continuing down the left side, we have our notifications bar. Left to right, here's your notifications where you can read game announcements. Your friends list, where you can collect friendship tokens. And your mailbox. Occasionally you'll need to collect resources you earn from here instead of them just going directly into your inventory. Next up is the mall. This is where you go to spend real money on the game. There are a few options that you'll be able to use in-game currency for, but not very many. What's probably most important is the exchange tab. Here you'll be able to exchange these items for other resources you might need. Friendship badges can be used to buy chips and oracles. Gifts are earned by drawing duplicate cards from the gacha, and you can trade them in for stars, which are used to upgrade cards. Home deco vouchers are used in the NXX Lounge, which is not really important for everyday play. I'll probably make a different video about that later. And case reports, I already explained in the Fieldwork section of this video. Okay, we'll skip over tasks since I covered that in the previous video. Next up is events. Here's where you'll access the mini events that happen occasionally throughout the year. Right now, there's a cookie making event going on for White Day. Unlike the big main events, these are usually pretty low-key and don't have any special art or cards that go along with them. You can usually earn a badge, though. You'll also find your daily sign-in rewards here. Here you'll find some special discounted items for sale. There's nothing really special about them. And finally, the in-game phone. Here's where you can play back all the calls and review all the messages that you receive from the boys. You can also access the game's glossary here. The game makes tons of references to all sorts of in-game and real-life people, places, topics, events, all sorts of stuff. It's actually very expansive, as you can see, and very helpful for understanding context. And that's it. We've explored the whole home screen for Tears of Themis.